I travel a lot to Boston, to Washington to visit my friends, and on the way I always see a truck that is our clients, and I think about, oh, maybe the driver is right now using my mobile app that I just developed.
We developed a big request for proposal for a number of these major vendors that provide the software. They came back, and some of the executives there had said that it was the best their RFP they'd ever seen.
And it was a tool that the payroll division used every day, and it had to be very reliable, and it had to be fairly efficient, and it had to accomplish a fairly complicated task. And we wrote that from the ground up with them, taught them how to use it, and then helped them become proficient in it.
Sometimes that's a technology solution. Could be software, could be an optimization model, but it may also be process re-engineering and change management as opposed to technical deliverables.
We were brought in to solve a ad layout problem, a newspaper layout problem, to be able to respond to an advertiser, yes or no, can this ad go in the newspaper, and additionally for this newspaper to maximize the ad revenue and to minimize the paper usage.
We developed a web-based application to replace older systems at a client site. It was replacing the older system as well as incorporating many different tools that had been developed over the years.
If the software is being used by real people, that feedback is incredibly gratifying.
And we were able to take a process that this client goes through, and it's rather onerous, and it's difficult for both the salesman and for the client, their client, and cut that down to being able to allow a salesman to make a sale on the spot.
It's a terrific environment where you're not spending all your time just with technical practitioners. You're also spending your time out in the field with seeing how the problems are really applied. But if you're always spending your time exclusively out in the field, sometimes you miss having a practitioner that can understand when you do an over-the-top piece of work. They can say, wow, that's fantastic.